This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter at Twig Radio. Do it now.
Welcome back into the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared. Let's go to the guest line. Actress, comedian, SAG Award winner for Orange is the New Black, Lauren Lapkus joins us. Lauren, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am freaking awesome, man. Look, you got a new podcast out, and it's like a plethora of podcasts you got, but the latest one, Haunting with Tereza. Talk about your new podcast and the spooky stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's really fun. So I play Tereza, who's a dead influencer, and she is trying to figure out how she's going to get into heaven, basically, throughout the podcast. But throughout that, I'm also introducing scary stories that are all sent in and recorded by real people. These are not scripted. These are just actually terrifying things that have happened to real people. And so it's a fun mix of comedy and horror. So you kind of get like, I host it, I keep it light, keep it fun, and then you hear these stories that are actually so scary that you might need to, listen with a friend.
So like you're executive producer on this. Was this kind of your idea when you pitched it to Glass, or was this something y'all just kind of spitballed in a meeting or something?
Glass actually came to me. So Glass Podcast is a company that makes amazing, scary, true stories and all sorts of podcasts. But they came to me with this idea where I would play this dead influencer. And to me, that's the perfect pitch. I was so excited. I love playing characters. I love doing voices. So it's really perfect for me. And it was scripted and directed by Aaliyah Welsh, who's a really talented comedy writer. And I was so happy to get to perform her words.
Well, you bring up voice acting. Like, man, you got a lot of voice acting credits. Star Trek Lower Decks, the new TMNT. Oh my God, like Big City Greens, which I love watching with my kid. So like.
Oh, it's such a cute show. Yeah.
How did you fall into VO, or was it something you actually chased?
Yeah, I wanted to do it so badly. It was something I was really seeking out in my career, but I think it mostly came from doing podcasts. I do a lot of podcasts, and I play a lot of characters on the podcast Comedy Bang Bang, where, I could show my range of my voices. And so I think a lot of animators and a lot of people in the animation world listen to podcasts and brought me in from that. And it went from there. But yeah, I got to be I've been on a bunch of shows that I love so much. Like the Animaniacs reboot is one that comes to mind. I love that show so much growing up, and it was so fun to get to do that and perform with people who were originally on the show.
Dude, I'm blanking on his name, and God forgive me, but he does Yako Warner, and like I've got liners of him going. He's like, "Good night, everybody," because he was also the Raphael in the original TMNT. Oh my God!
Yes,
I'm gonna lose my geek card here, bro.
Wait, I can't remember his name either. It's Rob, but Rob
Paulsens.
Yes!
Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Bill. Bill coming in with the save. Rob Paulsens. My God,
thank you.
I interviewed him. He is so sweet and adorable. He's the greatest man.
He's the nicest guy. He's so nice. I got to do that show with him, and I was like, and he directed me on the Ninja Turtles one. And he's just like the kindest person. Yeah. And it was so fun to meet him and to hear him do that voice in real life. I was like, and he humors that, which is so nice too, because I'm like a little kid around someone like that. Like, oh my God, will you do the voice? So cool.
And he'll sing the song for you at a drop of a hat too. He's just so awesome. Lauren Lapkus is our guest. The podcast Haunting is out now on iHeartRadio app and wherever you get your podcast. I guess we're on about episode 7 or 8 right now, but it's funny. Episode 2 had a ghost in it named Elmer, and it's funny because my father and brother are both named Elmer.
Wow. Did you connect with the story?
No, I didn't. But now I'm going to be screwing with my brother for as much as I can because I think I'm going to pull some of those lines from that where it's like, Elmer, shut up. And I'll be like, I'm going to use this on the radio all the time. But
Elmer is a unique name. That's interesting that both your dad and your brother are Elmers.
Yeah, well, he made him Elmer Jr., so my brother's not too excited about that. But we call him Mo, so it's all good. But hey, look, Lauren Lapkus is our guest. Haunting, the podcast out now. Was there any of these stories that you heard that really kind of got to you? Or any of those stories where you're like, holy crap, I'm not going in the bathroom anymore?
Honestly, there's a bunch. There's a person that they were seeing a person in a barn, and that freaked me out, just because farm-related things feel very easily scary because there's nobody around for miles. And there's another one where women were on a vacation together, and then they feel a scary presence in their bed, and that's just too much for me. I mean, a lot of these stories are so scary that I can barely handle it. I get very scared by stuff like this, which is ironic, I guess.
Well, and to the show's the podcast credit, though, it's like you kind of come in and bring a little levity in between the, oh my God, what was that sound in my kitchen just now?
Exactly. It's what makes it easy for me to listen to it is that there's humor mixed in. So as I host it, you get to kind of go back into Tereza's world and get a little lightness and comedy. And then you go back and listen to a scary story after that and get scared again. It's perfect.
So, all right, one thing, when I was prepping for this interview, I came across this article, and I think you are probably my new idol right now, because apparently, and I hope to God this is true, that you have been putting up an orange tree and making Halloween, like sort of Halloween tree, and it's like you decorate it with spooky stuff. Is this true?
Yes, that is true. I'm so excited because it's almost September, which means I'm like this close to putting up my tree again. I put up a Christmas tree that is bright orange, and I decorate it with like black and orange ornaments that are all like spooky, scary stuff. And I love it so much, because there's a brief period of the year where you get to have your Christmas tree lighting up your house, and it feels so warm and cozy. And so this does the same thing. It's like I just get more months of like cozy light at night, and it just makes it feel like spooky in a cute way, which is perfect.
Wait,
I don't like to be scared by my Halloween decorations. I like to think that they're cute.
So, I mean, I like this idea because it's just sort of fun because, I love me some Halloween. Like in New Orleans, we do Halloween upright. I mean, we got like 5 or 6, haunted houses. We have a Halloween friggin' parade. I mean, we don't play when it comes to Halloween. And so, it's just fun because then it's like, hey, I can buy some new cool stuff. And that, I don't have to worry about the judgy eyes when I go in September to stock up on all my Halloween decorations.
Oh, yeah. No, I love that. I mean, I think it's a really, there's something about people putting up Halloween decorations that feels so like sweet and hopeful. It's almost like Christmas. It's just like, there's just something cute about everyone kind of like suspending their disbelief and getting into the ghost scary stuff. And I just love that. I love seeing my neighbors put up their decorations.
That is Lauren Lapkus. Haunting is out now on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. Lauren, thank you so much for your time. Wish you the great success moving forward. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.